What's up guys, it's Asian Power. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking all about Call of Duty Vanguard, which is fast approaching. It will actually be available to play tonight, depending on where you live. So make sure your game is preloaded so you can jump into the action when the servers go live. It goes live at midnight Eastern Standard Time tonight, 9 p.m. Pacific Time. I'll be live streaming tonight, Thursday the 4th, which is today, here on YouTube, so you guys can come hang out and join me for the grind. I'll be grinding away, leveling up guns, unlocking camos, and doing challenge guides, so you don't want to miss any of that. To make sure you guys don't miss out, definitely drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new, ring that bell so you guys never miss whenever I go live or whenever I post a new video for you. With all that being said, Cold War will now become an afterthought with everyone playing the new Call of Duty, so I thought it would be nice to share my thoughts and feelings on the entire past year of Cold War and reflect on what I liked and what I didn't. One thing to keep in mind is that the positive things I discuss, I don't need to explain too much about them because it's pretty self-explanatory, so that section will be shorter. The negative things I need to talk about and explain so it makes more sense why I didn't like them, so obviously that will be longer. These are my opinions, but feel free to discuss yours in the comments, but let's be respectful. All right, guys, let's get into the video. All right, some of the positives that I really did enjoy from this year in Cold War is that the overall gunplay was really good. I liked the weapons, minus the launchers, and the TTK of the game felt really good. And for the most part, I felt like the guns were pretty balanced. Some outliers did exist, but for the most part, I thought it was pretty well done. I liked the new mode, Fire Team Dirty Bomb, at first. More on that a little bit later. It was a fresh take on the BR multiplayer hybrid. It just made for a nice change up at the very beginning of its life cycle. One thing I absolutely loved was the cranked mode. When they brought in that, I don't remember exactly which event it was, maybe with the 80s event, not entirely sure. But that was by far my favorite mode of the year. It made the game so fast, so interesting. The added perks just made the game so much better. And to be able to drop a nuke in that game was amazing. And that is another great positive. They actually brought in a callable nuke into multiplayer, which they've never done in any other Treyarch titles before. So having that here in Cold War was an awesome thing and actually made going for those long kill streaks worth it, because at the end you got a nuke, which was great. Sniping in this game was super easy, almost too easy, but as someone who doesn't consider themselves a sniper or a quickscoper, I'm not very good at it at all. This game made me feel so good getting those clips, quickscoping, and learning how to snipe in Call of Duty. Some people really didn't like that, but I found it very enjoyable. And lastly, zombies. Zombies was a ton of fun. I didn't play it a lot, but I really did enjoy the modes and the maps when I did play it. I grinded some guns for Dark Ether, but I didn't finish it. It was just too much time that I just didn't have. But I loved the Dark Ether camo. I loved the zombies. The whole experience was a plus. And guys, that's it for the positives. And let me know your positives down in the comment section. We're going to go over the negatives now. Obviously, this one's going to be longer. But again, wait to the very end. Listen to all the things that I have to say, and then I want to hear your compiled thoughts down in the comment section. Alright, then negatives. First things first, the score streaks. I don't want to rant too much on this because the video will be incredibly long otherwise, but basically they should be changing this name of score streak to something else, because this system is not streaks at all. There's no streak needed. It takes the satisfaction of getting a chopper gunner, an attack helo, any kind of streak out of the game, because it doesn't matter if you die. If you keep getting kills, no matter how much you die, you'll get rewarded eventually. It is so demotivating to go up against a team who aren't even pulling together very long kill streaks, but then toward the end of the game, they can call on their streaks and change the outcome of the game because they finally hit their score amount going 21 and 25. Especially in objective game modes, that was the most frustrating. Going for streaks was pointless with this system. It really took the core fundamental dopamine drive out of Call of Duty, which was extremely sad to see. Number two, the lack of class variability. all the attachments were basically the same on every single weapon. They all had the same stats, the same pros and cons, the same attributes. So you pretty much have ran the exact same class every single time. You ran a Serpent or a Gru Elastic Wrap if you wanted faster ADS. If you wanted to stay off the mini map, you ran the Suppressor or the Agency Suppressor. Or if you didn't care about that, but you wanted a max recoil control, you'd use the SOCOM. You wanted more damage, you used the Task Force. Like, it all was the same. It became very bland. And along with the class setups, the perks were so poorly balanced, it wasn't even funny. I literally would run the exact same thing on every single class. I would run Perk Greed, so I got a total of 6 perks. I ran the Flak Jacket, Tac Mask, Scavenger, Tracker, Ninja, and Ghost on every single weapon. On every single class. There was no reason to run any other wild card or any other perk, especially in tier 1 and tier 3, because those ones had the best perks, and the wild card literally made you so that you could run both of them at the same time. There was no other point to run anything else. It really made the game monotonous and gave no variety to the game because everyone else was running the same perks at the same time, which leads into the next thing. The seasonal progressions. The new prestige system is just not it for me. This is just something that's probably never going to be going away. It's sad to see, but being able to prestige and starting over from scratch, having to re-unlock weapons, re-unlock perks, and everything in between really gave a freshness to multiplayer that we just don't get anymore. So everyone gets burnt out on multiplayer, it becomes more monotonous, and most people will leave after a few months because it just feels like you're doing the same thing over and over. So the old prestige system is dead and gone. It's probably never coming back. Rip that prestige system. Obviously for Call of Duty, this is the cash cow aside from Warzone. On the multiplayer side, that is, the seasonal progression is, really what it really is, just the best for their business. And I understand it just sucks on the player base. Number 3, skill-based matchmaking and team balancing. I have talked about this in the past, so I'm really not going to go too deep into this because everyone and their mother knows about this and the issues that everyone has with it. Honestly, when it comes to this skill-based matchmaking, I just hate that I cannot hop onto Cold War and casually play multiplayer anymore. I can't mess around with pistols or knives. I hate feeling like I need to go into every single game with my A game because the enemy team is loaded up with their CDL skins and AK-74U or Krig 6 Pro class ready to shit on me. And then team balancing is just a whole nother mess. Worst in any Call of Duty. If you had any kind of good KD, they would literally put you on the worst side of the KD lobby, and you would pretty much had to carry that team to a victory. It was incredibly annoying, and it was so terribly balanced that it just made playing this game not fun at all. Number 4, the Camo Grind. I did have mixed feelings for this because I did actually do the Dark Matter challenge, so I have some good things and some bad things to say about the Camo Grind. Right, so the Camo Grind was rough this year, mainly because the challenges were very unclear and it left for a lot of misinterpretation, which led to frustration. Like, the freaking detected kills was a joke. Point blanks were only counted if you were barrel stuffing someone. The launchers were the weakest thing in the world, and you literally had to get double kills with them. Vanguard better have a mastery camo that is worth the grind. Oh yeah, what in the world is wrong with Dark Matter? Dark Matter was a laughable camo this year because it was just a dark purple with some wave effects that it only covered 30% of the gun. I saw a dev tweet that they couldn't change it because it's a subjective thing. Who works that hard to get the supposedly best camo in the game only to see it on a portion of the weapon? I really don't understand it, but some people want to work really hard and see the basic gun for whatever reason. And then we're going to circle back and talk about Fireteam. The bad thing about Fireteam was they just didn't quite execute it right. The idea of it was cool, but having a team spawn in that quickly, you knock out 3 of them There's one left you're trying to find, and then his whole team just lands right back on you almost instantaneously. Left for a lot of frustration. There wasn't a lot of good flow in the game. It was just a fun mode to play around in, but overall, I feel like they just missed the mark with that. That was just like a little thing. The fire team wasn't terrible, but mainly the skill-based matchmaking, team balancing, and the dark matter was the biggest issues I had with Call of Duty Cold War. Overall, this wasn't a terrible year of Call of Duty. It did get boring and monotonous because when they had launched, they only had like, what, 8 maps? Eventually, they got more maps and it led to a better experience, but at the very beginning, things got boring super fast. But overall, this was a middle of the pack Call of Duty. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst. It was just okay. But again, I want to know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. What did you guys think of the year of Cold War? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section. Don't forget to follow me and check out the live stream tonight for Vanguard. I'm super pumped for it. I'll be grinding it so hard. Definitely stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today's video, and we'll see you in the live stream, hopefully. If not, we'll see you in the next video. Peace.